we go. This is break 1007, the 2021 Diamond Kings one box. Pick your team. $12 packs per box, 8 cards per pack, 2 autos or 2 memorabilias. Looks like we're going to have one of the memorabilias right off the bat. We've got Letty Traveris of the Rangers going to Eric, followed by Harmon Killebrew of the Minnesota Twins, Alec Bregman of the Houston Astros, Garrett Crochet RC of the Chicago White Sox going to Henry. Then we have an Elegance Mookie Betts of the Los Angeles Dodgers going to Henry as well, followed up by an Alex Baum of the Phillies going to Eric. And then Nate Pearson, Diamond Kings debut of the Toronto Blue Jays, and that is going to Dan. And then our memorabilia there is going to be a Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves, and that is going to Steven. Woo! Nice hit right there. I know these Diamond King cards are pretty affordable and I don't think have massive resale value, but I really like them. I think they're slick looking, especially their inserts. Walker Buehler of the Dodgers, Ryan Jeffers RC of the Twins. It is Mr. Mickey Mantle of the New York Mets, followed by William Contreras of the Atlanta Braves. William Contreras of the Braves going to Steven. Christian Yelich of the Brewers. Then we have a Walter Johnson of the Washington Senators legacy lithograph. Now the Minnesota Twins. Followed by Eddie Collins of the Phillies and Roger Maris of the Yankees. Jesus Sanchez of the Miami Marlins, followed by Pete Rose of the Cincinnati Reds, Shane McCallahan of the Tampa Bay Rays, and that is going to be going to Jason, followed by Ty Cobb of the Tigers, a Garrett Cole aficionado of the New York Yankees, and that is going to Henry, followed up by a Ryan Castellini of the Colorado Rockies going to Lucas, and Daz Cameron of the Detroit Tigers going to Dan. Ooh, and we had an auto in here, or no, we just had, it is the Plum Diddly Dum Dum, the Plum of the Minnesota Twins. That's Harmon Killebrew, the Plum portrait, and that is going to T-Man. We'll have some unsolds for the next break, but we already auctioned off the unsolds right here. Miguel Cabrera of the Tigers, Braylon Marquez of the Chicago Cubs going to Lucas, Kohai Aria of the Texas Rangers going to Eric, followed by Alex Kirilloff of the Minnesota Twins. And then we have Mr. Aaron Judge of the New York Yankees. We have a filler, and underneath that is a club, Sammy Sosa of the Chicago Cubs, followed up by Dane Dunning RC of the Rangers going to Eric, and a Christian Pache RC of the Atlanta Braves headed to Steven. Charlie Keller of the Charlie Keller of New York. We'll have to look that up. And we will before we get that sorted. Followed by Joey DiMaggio of the Yankees, Nate Pearson of the Toronto Blue Jays, and that is going to Dan. Lou Brock of the Cardinals, Mike Trout of the Angels. We have a filler in there. Followed by a Legacy Lithographs, Eddie Matthews of the Milwaukee Brewers going to Lucas. Followed by Tris Speaker of Cleveland, and a Diamond Kings debut, Sixto Sanchez of the Miami Marlins, headed to Steven as well. Jose Garcia RC of the Cincinnati Reds going to Dave. Buster Posey of the Giants. Clark Schmidt of the Yankees headed to Henry. Ted Williams of the Red Sox. DJ LeMahieu of New York. Freddie Freeman, aficionado of the Atlanta Braves, and that's going to Steven. Followed by Brent Rooker of the Minnesota Twins going to T-Man. And Zach McKinstry of the Los Angeles Dodgers headed to Henry. Ryan Sandberg of the Cubs, followed by Sixto Sanchez of the Marlins, Honus Wagner of the Pittsburgh Pirates, followed by Sherten Apostle of the Rangers, and that is going to Eric. Joe Morgan of Cincinnati, Ronald Acuna Jr., Gallery of Stars of Atlanta, followed up by the Joey Bart of the San Francisco Giants. Joey Bart of the Giants headed over to Eric, and then we have Ronald Acuna Jr. of Atlanta. And I have got confirmation Charlie Keller is a New York Yankee. We have Ian Anderson of the Atlanta Braves. Ian Anderson of the Braves going to Steven, followed up by Joey Votto of the Cincinnati Reds. Braxton Garrett of the Miami Marlins. Then we have Babe Ruth of the Yankees going to Henry. Mel Ott of the New York Yankees as well. That is the Art of Hitting going to Henry. The Diamond Kings, Bobby Dalbec of the Boston Red Sox going to Jason. And then we have Sandy Koufax of the Los Angeles Dodgers going to Henry. And then our auto right there, it's not an auto, but it is a Gray Portraits, Letty Traveras of the Rangers, and that is going to Eric. Dylan Carlson of the St. Louis Cardinals, and that is headed to Eric, followed by Rogers Hornsberry of the Cardinals, Jose Ramirez of Cleveland, Bobby Dalbec of the Boston Red Sox going to Jason, Cody Bellinger of the Dodgers, followed by a Mike Schmidt Legacy Lithographs of the St. Louis Cardinals going to Eric. And then we have Pee Wee Reese of the Brooklyn Dodgers, now the Los Angeles Dodgers, and Kyber Ruiz of the Los Angeles Dodgers, both of those going to Henry. And we've got 3 packs left. Jackie Robinson of the Dodgers, Brandon Lowe of Tampa Bay, the Pavin Smith RC of the Arizona Diamondbacks going to Lucas, and Paul Goldschmidt of the St. Louis Cardinals going to Eric. Then we have a Carl Hubble aficionado of the New York Yankees going to Henry. The New York Giants going to Henry. Oh no, that's the Yankees, my mistake. And then it's Dalton Jeffries of the Oakland Athletics headed over to Dave, and Trevor Rogers of the Marlins going to Steven. And then our memorabilia, it's going to be an auto, and that is Mr. Joshua Fleming with the double patch auto of the Tampa Bay Rays going to Jason. And 2 packs left in this break. We have Vlad Guerrero of the Blue Jays, Luis Gonzalez of the White Sox, Fernando Tatis Jr. of the Padres, followed by Andres Jimenez of Cleveland. And then we have a gray portraits Lou Gehrig of the Yankees going to Henry. Followed up by an artist proofs, and that is not Justin, but it is Shane Bieber of Cleveland, headed to Dan. The Jose Abreu of the White Sox and Alejandro Kirk of the Blue Jays. On to our last pack in this one. Satchel Paige of Cleveland, Will Crowe of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Then we have Shane Bieber of Cleveland, followed up by Monte Harrison of Miami. Then we have Hank Greenberg of Detroit. We have a filler followed by The Club, and that is Mr. Babe Ruth of the Yankees going to Henry. Followed up by Deivi Garcia of the Yankees and Ryan Weathers of the Padres. Alrighty. Ryan Weathers of the Padres, Deivi Garcia of the Yankees, Monte Harrison of the Marlins, Will Crowe of the Pirates, Alejandro Kirk of the Blue Jays, Luis Gonzalez of the White Sox, Trevor Rogers of the Marlins, Dalton Jeffries of the A's, Pavin Smith of Arizona, Kyber Ruiz, Diamond Kings debut of the Dodgers, Bobby Dalbec of the Red Sox, Dylan Carlson of the Cardinals, Bobby Dalbec again of the Red Sox, Braxton Garrett of Miami, Ian Anderson of Atlanta, Joey Bart of San Francisco, Sherton Apostle of Texas, Sixto Sanchez of Miami, Zach McKinstry of the Los Angeles Dodgers, Brent Rooker of Minnesota, Clark Schmidt of New York, followed by Jose Garcia of Cincinnati, Sixto Sanchez of the Marlins, Nate Pearson of Toronto, Christian Pache of Atlanta, Dane Dunning of Texas, Alex Kirilloff of Minnesota, Kohai Aria of Texas, Braylon Marquez of Chicago, Daz Cameron of Detroit, Ryan Castellani of Colorado, Shane McCallahan of Tampa Bay, Jesus Sanchez of Miami, William Contreras of Atlanta, Ryan Jeffers of Minnesota, the Nate Pearson Diamond Kings debut of Toronto, Alex Baum of Philadelphia, Garrett Crochet of Chicago, and Letty Traveris of Texas. And now on to the featured cards. We've got some of our portraits. We have the Letty Traveris and the Lou Gehrig, and then we have the Harmon Killebrew. Harmon Killebrew of the Twins going to T-Man, Letty Traveris of the Rangers to Eric, and Lou Gehrig of the Yankees going to Henry. We have the artist proofs, Shane Bieber of Cleveland headed to Dan. And then we have our two memorabilia / autos. We have Ronald Acuna Jr. of the Atlanta Braves going to Steven, and the Josh Fleming patch auto right there of the Tampa Bay Rays going to Dan. And there you have it, folks. That's the end of break 1007, and we'll be right back from the hardwood.